everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Ola. In today's video I'm going to be sharing with you how I made these delicious yummy chicken wraps. Let's proceed to cooking. For this recipe I use cabbage, carrots, chicken breast, mayonnaise, ketchup, wraps, and these are the ingredients. Then for the spices I use for my chicken breast, I use garlic powder, ginger powder, smoked paprika, parsley, groundnut oil, and Knor Maggi cube. So these are the spices I use for my chicken breast. I washed and sliced my chicken breast into some chunks, and I added the garlic, ginger, paprika, parsley, Knor Maggi cube, groundnut oil, and I mixed thoroughly. After mixing thoroughly, I went ahead to add thyme and also curry, and I mixed properly. After mixing, I cover and allow this to rest for 30 minutes. While it's resting for 30 minutes, I proceeded to prepping my other ingredients. So this is me cutting my cabbage. I cut it to the size I want. If you want it bigger, if you want it smaller, you just cut it to your preferred sizes. Yes. After cutting my cabbage, I went ahead to shred my carrots, and I used my hand grater for the carrots. So this is my cabbage and carrots. In a clean sieve, I mixed my cabbage and carrots together so that they can combine properly before adding my cream. Yeah, so this is me mixing my cabbage and my carrot together to be combined properly. So after mixing this, I proceeded to stir fry my chicken. In a hot pan, I added little groundnut oil, and I also added the marinated chicken breasts batch by batch, and I stir fried it for some minutes until I get the perfect texture I want it to be. When stir frying your chicken breast, always make sure you give it a good stir so that it will cook properly and evenly without getting burnt. So this is me stir frying my chicken breast, and once it's ready, this is the perfect consistency I want, and I take it out inside my plate. I do the same thing until my marinated chicken breast is finished. Note, when stir frying, you do not need too much groundnut oil. When stir frying, you just need little groundnut oil and more of the steam to stir fry your chicken breast. Another option for stir fried chicken breast, you can actually grill your chicken breast. If you don't want to stir fry it, you can grill it. So I set aside the chicken breast and I proceeded to do my cream. In a clean plate, I added some mayonnaise, and also I added some ketchup, and I mixed thoroughly. Note, the quantity of mayonnaise and ketchup you are to use depends on the amount of wraps you intend making. If you're making lots of wraps, you need to use lots of these creams, but always make sure the mayonnaise is more than the ketchup, yes, for you to get the perfect batter. So these are my prepped ingredients. Now it's time to mix and it's time to wrap. So I mixed the veggies, the cabbage and the carrots with the cream. I mix them batch by batch so that everything can actually mix properly, because my bowl is small, but if you have a bigger bowl, you can actually mix everything at once. So this is me mixing them batch by batch so that every of the vegetable will have the sauce. After mixing that, I added some ground peppers so that it will be very spicy and hot. And after adding the pepper, I mixed, and then I proceed to add in the chicken breast. I added the chicken breast batch by batch also because I want everything to mix properly. I don't want one sided to have the chicken while the other side don't have. So I added them batch by batch as you see me doing here, and I mixed them properly. After adding the chicken breast, I proceeded to add in the remaining cream, and I also added the remaining veggies, and I mixed thoroughly one more time before wrapping it up. I set aside and proceeded to wrapping. So for my wrappings, I placed a foil paper on the surface I'm working with, and I heat up my pan. This is a very important part you need to do before you start wrapping, because immediately you finish wrapping, you need to place it on the pan so that the heat can make it seal and heat up your wraps. As your pan is heating up, place your wraps on the foil and fill it up with the mixed veggies and wrap this way. And after wrapping, immediately place it on the hot pan and use your spatula to turn it. Make sure you're doing this on low heat so it won't get burnt. So when you turn it another time until you get the perfect brown. You take it out, place it on the foil, and also wrap it this way so that it won't get cold easily while you do the remaining one. You repeat this step over and over again until you're done with your wraps. So many people do complain that their wraps don't get well wrapped. So I'm just going to show you more of how I wrap my wraps. So the trick to getting a good wraps is that when filling on your wrap, make sure you don't overfill it, because if you overfill it, it will be difficult for you to wrap and it will break. So you just put some fillings and carefully wrap it just the way I'm doing and place it on the pan immediately. It mustn't come out perfect shape. It mustn't be that perfect. The most important thing is that it needs to be well wrapped so that the vegetables won't spill out. That's why you're wrapping it very well. So it mustn't get the perfect shape. Yes, just do it gradually, add small fillings and wrap this way. Be careful with the bread because some breads are so soft and they can easily break. Yes. Then another thing is, if you get old bread, it tends to break easily, but if you get fresh bread, it's good. And this is me. I just cut it into halves, and yeah, this is the delicious chicken wrap. Guys, if you taste this recipe, is really nice. Trust me, if you taste this chicken wrap, it's really delicious. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and please comment. Let me know under the comment section if you'll be trying out this recipe, because this recipe is bomb. Thank you so much. I love you guys.